Go on.
Yeah, whatever.
Second date update.
That guy's a cheater. I'm just manifesting.
Ooh, it's Confession Wednesday.
Tell us your secrets.
It's the Jon and Chantel radio podcast.
It's a podcast?
It's a podcast.
Oh.
Jon and Chantel's radio podcast.
It is Monday. Good morning to you. I'm John. She's Chantel. We're locked. We're loaded. We're ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
I came in this morning to a text message. Someone listening to our podcast over the weekend on Friday's show. We were talking about senior pranks.
Yes.
And I mentioned, we got to talk about senior pranks sometime in the future. And this text says, for our class prank, someone brought in several buckets of sand into the common area, put out some towels, put up a shade umbrella and a volleyball net, and played beach volleyball in the middle of the school.
Oh, my gosh. That's a lot of several buckets of sand.
Yeah, it's not just like a couple Ziploc bags.
My question is like, that takes a long time to get that set up and in there. Mm-hmm. How do they do that without getting shut down?
You do it in the middle of the night.
Oh.
Yeah. You wake up like at 2 a.m. and you sneak in. You go do that. Then you go and have breakfast with all your friends.
Aw.
And then you come back. That's how it's done.
That's fun.
Yeah. If you missed Friday's show, go back, listen to our podcast, and I share my senior prank story as well. Speaking of pranks, if you've been watching all these news stories of influencers who keep trying to get close to wild animals, like there was a woman at Yellowstone who almost got gored by a buffalo or a bison the other day. Well, Busch Gardens Tampa, they're working with authorities because an influencer jumped into their alligator exhibit to do a video.
What?
I know. So here's a clip of the guy. This is actually him. He's doing his best Steve Irwin impression as he's inside the alligator tank.
All right, guys, so today we're going to be jumping into the crocodile exhibit. Ooh, crikey, mate. This is insane. Let's get a closer look, shall we? Just to see how it is. We have never been this close to the alligator. The crocodiles, guys. Crikey! Look how big that bugger is. We are exploring the Amazon rainforest. This is really crazy. Crikey!
That would be security yelling at him in the background.
Oh, my gosh.
It's all fun and games.
Until you get your hand snapped off.
Right?
For your face.
And then I could just see, you trying to sue the...
Right.
You know what I mean? How'd you let me jump in? It's like, no.
The fence was too short.
We need the dum-dum law. You're going to be a dum-dum.
Really? Because here's the thing.
Yeah.
Then they make the fences taller, and then I don't want to look at everything through plexiglass because...
Right.
Then my pictures aren't as good.
Right. I just want a picture of the animal, not me next to the
animal.
animal.
Yeah, I don't want to be with the animal, but I would like to have an unobstructed view.
Yes, I know. All right, we'll do a quote. We'll kick off the show. Also, it is a Manifest Monday, so if you want to start texting us now, tell us your goal for today or this week, this month. We'll read them coming up about 7:50 this morning. But today's quote, things change, so I have to change too.
Yeah.
I was talking to a buddy about change, and he's like, listen, I know I'm going to change. I don't want someone to tell me I have to change, but I will change over time just because I have to adapt to my new situation.
Right.
I'm like, I get that.
Yeah.
It just happens in life.
When somebody else vocalizes it for you, it's frustrating.
Right. But if you figure it out on your own, it's okay.
Let's do it. Let's talk what's trending. I'm interested in this, but also I'm just curious how many different industries Amazon is going to tap into before we just accept the fact that it's a, what's it called, where one company owns everything?
Monopoly?
A monopoly, right. Amazon has been talking with wireless carriers about offering low-cost or free nationwide mobile phone service to Prime subscribers. How amazing.
Yeah, let's do it, Amazon.
They're negotiating with Verizon, T-Mobile, and Dish to get the lowest possible wholesale prices that would let them offer Prime members wireless plans for $10 a month or possibly free for their largest purchasers.
So the idea would be I'm already a Prime member, just like how I get the free Prime videos. I'll have my phone, but it'll be instead of, AT&T or Verizon, it'll just say it'll be Prime.
I don't know if it'll be Prime, but it'll definitely be $10 a month or free.
Absolutely.
Can you
Yes.
Yes.
Go for
imagine?
it. All hail Amazon. What do you want from me? Take my money.
Yes, take it all. Ed Sheeran surprised fans on Saturday by serving Philly cheesesteaks at a restaurant in South Philadelphia.
That's cool.
He also paid for the sandwiches.
Oh, yeah?
I think that's so fun.
I saw him the other day. He was at a pub doing this kind of the same thing. He was making drinks, and then he played an acoustic song, and
Yeah.
he's just having a good time.
He's just being Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. Does selling out outdoor sports venues have its drawbacks? I feel like, yes, you've got the weather, but you also have the bugs. And Taylor Swift swallowed at least one of the bugs flying around her lights over the weekend. Here's some audio.
Just swallowed a bucket. Is there any chance none of you saw that? So I'm just going to try not to do as many of those. This is going to happen again tonight. There's so many bugs. There's 1,000 of them.
I think it's so funny.
That's awesome.
She was like talking to the crowd.
Yeah.
Swallows a bug while she's in Chicago. And she's like, well, I'm not going to worry about this. There's so many bugs.
You know, you think about it, we're hitting summer where all the bugs come out.
I
and you have
know.
all those lights.
I know.
I agree. I think this is going to be a thing. She better add that
she
to her
basically, like, in the beginning
macros.
of the tour had to deal with rain every
Yes.
show. Now she's going to have to deal with bugs every show. But again, she chose outdoor venues.
I'll take the rain.
Really?
I don't know if I want to be just inhaling that many bugs.
Yeah. I think I'd take the bugs.
The rain always looks fun. She looked like she was having a good time splishing and splashing.
Yeah, but as an audience member.
Oh, no, it looks terrible for an audience.
Right,
Yeah, no,
right. That's
awful.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what's trending.
Let's do the draft. Yeah, it's Monday. Let's get our mindset right. A Manifest Monday. Today is National Thank You Day.
Oh.
So I'm like, look, it's already National Thank You Day. It's already Manifest Monday. Let's do it. Top 3 things you're grateful for. If you can't think of 3, we'll take 1. It's a good way to start your morning, right? 844-649-1051. Chantel, you get to go first.
Number 3.
I'm doing it. My kids. Our
There you
kids.
go. Nice.
Kids in general. Now we can move on. I'm just kidding.
All right. I'm taking yesterday's weather.
Oh, yes.
Honestly.
I was outside all day yesterday.
Oh, my gosh.
It's beautiful.
You know, Saturday was such a tease, and then we had like the tornado warning and the hail that was happening in West Jordan.
Where was I?
Did you not see the...
No.
Saturday we had like a huge tornado warning.
I was at a
going
rodeo.
on. I actually
It
thought
got
it might
windy.
get. Yeah, well, it was during the afternoon, like around 2 p.m.
Yeah.
when that dark cloud came
Yes.
over the Ochre. Like that was a huge storm.
Interesting.
You didn't have hail by your house?
No.
I'm right by you. I
I
was
know.
emceeing a pool event that got canceled because of the storm.
Oh, and you were so excited about this event.
I had a playlist ready and everything.
Dang it.
But Sunday's weather
Sunday's weather was awesome.
amazing. Everything
know.
from Pride, then we went to the pool, then we had dinner outside last night. I'm like, it is the best.
Number 2.
I am thankful for good music. Like over the weekend, me and the boys were just driving around,
Yeah.
listening to music, and it was just so fun to put on a song that like they like, I like,
That's
and
cool.
we're all just kind of like singing and dancing along in the car.
Yeah.
Like music is just so great.
Speaking of music, how was Granger Smith Friday night?
So good.
Yeah.
It was like kind of nostalgic and sad though, because it was his last tour,
Right.
his last show, and so I did not realize I have been to every Granger show he's ever had in Salt Lake City.
Have you really?
Yes.
Dang. Did he do any of like talk about his future or anything like that?
Yeah,
or-
he's gonna do ministry.
Yeah, okay. That's cool. I'm thankful about how much time I had with Ella this weekend. She wanted some dad bonding time, so Saturday we went to Girls on the Run together,
So fun.
and we hung out at Sugar House Park. And then yesterday, she and I just did Pride, and Jen and Liam did their thing. So
That's so fun.
Yeah, it was just really fun to have some Ella time.
Number 1.
I am grateful for a washing machine because Coulter is still just like messing his clothes, whether it's with food, with dirt, or with, accidents.
Sure.
And it's just like, I don't know what moms did back in the day before washing machines.
Ugh, could you imagine just
No.
having all those clothes?
To hand wash.
Yes.
Maybe they had less clothes. Probably.
Then you just have to do it more often, though.
I know.
It becomes like a daily thing instead of, your Sunday activity.
I know. Why is laundry the Sunday activity?
Well, you got to get clothes for the week because by Sunday, I'm out.
Right.
So we better do it Sunday.
Same.
Right.
Which is so funny.
I'm grateful for the fact that I had nothing going on Friday night. It was amazing. We get pretty busy with like events in the summertime.
Yeah.
And just being able to sit at home with the family. And you know what we did? This weekend, we watched all 3 Indiana Jones movies.
Because they're on Disney Plus right
They're
now.
on Disney Plus. Yeah, so Friday night we watched the first one. Saturday night we watched the second one. And then yesterday we watched the third. So the OG, not like the newer one or something like that. But it was just so nice to sit there with the fam and not do anything.
And just watch
not
them.
stress.
Yeah,
so.
that is fun.
Friday we did What's Poppin'.
Yep.
And you told us that you were going to the Harriman Rodeo over the weekend.
Yep.
First rodeo, I assume, of
First
the
rodeo
year?
of the year. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know that there's been any other local rodeos.
Yeah.
This year so far. But yeah, we went to the Harriman Rodeo over the weekend. It was so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
I took the boys. I got them signed up for the Money Cow,
Okay.
which
Wait, what's
is
that?
their like kids event, which essentially they glue a bunch of ribbons to a cow.
Okay.
There's like about 100 kids. And then they release the cows into the rodeo grounds.
There's a few cows or just one cow? Two. Okay.
2 cows. And the kids chase these cows around and pull ribbons off. And for every ribbon they pull off, they get $1.
Okay.
Yeah, so they call it the Money Cow.
Yeah, that's fun.
And it was so cute. It felt like what a soccer game might look like.
Yeah.
Where there's like this cow running around and then just a swarm of children.
They call it hive ball when you watch it in soccer.
Exactly
Yeah.
what it looks like. Oh my gosh, it was so cute. And Boone had so much fun.
What kind of cash did Boone make?
Boone made $6.
Stop it.
I know.
Way to go, Boone.
And maybe because he pulled a ribbon off the cow, or maybe because his mom got hit on in
Wait
public
a minute.
for the first time.
No.
Finally.
What?
We know that we talk about this all the time. All right, here's what happens. Me and the boys, we're walking around the rodeo grounds,
Yeah.
looking so good. We've got our full cowboy gear on. We are cowboy and cowgirled up.
Okay.
And the boys are playing with some cows, and they're feeding the cows. And it's so cute because around like the fences of the rodeo, there's all like the young high school boys kind of buy their cattle or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And they're sitting on top of the fence. There's these young high school girls walking over to get their pictures. And they go, oh, hey, if you want to take a picture with my cow, you're going to have to kiss me first. And
What?
it felt like this cute little Nicholas Sparks
That's exactly
movie.
what it sounds like.
I was
yeah.
watching it like, oh, you got to kiss me first if you're going to take a picture with my cow.
Right.
And I was like, that is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Anyway, that's not what happened. I
Oh,
did not
okay.
kiss a high school boy.
I was like, oh my gosh, we're
And
about to
then
get in trouble.
We're like kind of I was like, oh, that's adorable. And then we're walking around and we're feeding some cows. And the boys and I are feeding some cows. And these adult cowboys
Okay.
walk over to us. And they kind of start playing with the boys. And I was like stepped back from them. And they're talking to them. And, they're helping them feed the cows or whatever. And they look back and they're like, these your cowboys? And I was like, yes, those are my cowboys. And they're like, flirting with me, telling me that I'm a great mom.
There you go.
Obviously.
Work it.
And then they kind of like, we walk away and I'm like, okay, well, come on, guys, let's go. So then we leave.
Yeah.
And then we bump into these boys, or these
Men.
cowboys.
These cow men.
Like 2 or 3 more times. I was like, are they following me
like to think
around?
so, yeah.
I like to think they were. Then we go to the Money Cow. There's like hundreds of kids doing this Money Cow. Boone is tiny because you've got like older kids doing it too. And he obviously does not catch a ribbon off this cow, even though he tried his hardest. It was the cutest thing ever. And one of them pulls a ribbon out of their pocket and hands it to him and goes, we saw you trying your hardest. And they give him a ribbon, and then they hand him a bunch of cash.
So a person being nice to your child
Oh, yeah.
makes you think that
I realized. No, this is what I realized. I need to get out with my boys more often.
Oh, you think they're like your wingmen?
I can't take my boys to the bars. I can't take my boys to the Westerner. But if I walk around rodeos
Right.
for rodeo season this summer,
Find yourself a cowboy.
stay tuned.
It's like how my buddy used to borrow my dog to walk around the park.
It's like the dog trick.
Yes, but you're
Or
going to
the
do
baby
it
trick.
right
But I'm going to do
with your kids. You'll send them off. They'll run over to a good-looking gentleman and be like, help me, I can't find my mom.
Have you seen Big Daddy?
Right, exactly.
Exactly
And
how.
then you'll come over
yes.
the hill,
Oh,
hair like
there
flowing
you
backwards.
are.
Oh, Boone. Boone, there you are. Just like that.
oh my gosh. Anyway, I found my secret sauce.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Can't wait to hear how this goes. Happy National Ketchup Day.
You know what? Thank you. Do you know we love ketchup in our house?
Yeah.
We have regular ketchup,
Yeah.
both brands, Heinz and Hunt's.
Oh, you do? Okay.
You know,
Yeah,
just depending
sure.
how the boys are feeling, what's on sale that week.
Right.
But then I also like to be a little fancy because I've got spicy ketchup from Whataburger that I used to import in from Texas. I love ketchup.
We use catsup in my house.
All right.
Well, okay, then this is the perfect question. What weird thing do you put ketchup on? Because on Sunday, I decided to make the family breakfast before we kind of split up for the day. And Ella and I went to Pride, and Liam had his thing, and Jen took Liam around, And so we did like hash browns, and I scrambled a bunch of eggs and bacon. I'm like, you know what? I don't think my kids have ever had ketchup on their eggs.
You're so dumb.
I know, so I'm like, let's
I
pull
put
it.
ketchup on my eggs. I don't put anything other than ketchup on my eggs.
They looked at me with pure horror as I was, the ketchup right onto the eggs. I'm like, oh yeah, try that. You're going to love it. And they were not into it. They're like, what have you done? How have you sullied this good plate?
Because you guys do salsa, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a salsa on the eggs person. I am a ketchup on the eggs, ketchup on the hash browns, ketchup on the bacon, ketchup on the breakfast burrito.
I'm sorry. Ketchup on the bacon?
Have you ever tried it?
No.
Don't
bacon.
knock it till you try it.
I'm a purist when it comes to the
yeah,
bacon.
but I'm saying if you get a little ketchup on the bacon, it's kind of fun.
It's okay.
It's a little
okay.
fun. It's kind of like when you get a little bit of syrup in the eggs.
I don't mind that.
It's a little fun.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Just for a few minutes. What weird thing do you put ketchup on? Because to my kids, putting it on eggs.
Everybody thinks I'm weird for putting it on eggs.
I know that, like growing
It's
up,
very
that was a
common.
thing. Yeah, I don't think that's strange.
It's the poor man's salsa.
Yeah, it's bland.
It's like tangy, kind of.
If it's not salsa, if you're going ketchup, it's like, oh, I can't handle the spice.
Right.
Like
it's
that.
Oh, I'm a child.
Right. Yes.
Exactly.
So what weird thing do you put ketchup on? Because according to my kids, that's strange. Morning. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't think there's anything else that I would consider weird other than the eggs.
Let's go to the text messages because a lot of people put ketchup on things. Morning, Jamie. Jamie says, my older boy used to put it on his pancakes.
Okay.
But I like it on my mac and cheese.
I've heard of this.
Can I tell you the amount of mac and cheese ketchup texts that we have right now?
I've heard that this is a very popular thing.
I don't even understand how you think about that, how you try it for the first time. I don't know if
it's
I
like
want
a cheesy marinara, like a poor man's cheesy marinara. Is that like what you're going for?
It's like sketty. Jamie continues, ketchup is a big thing in my house. My brother-in-law puts it on his tamales in Mexico.
Interesting. Back to the mac and cheese ketchup thing. SpaghettiOs are like a cheese. It says that there's cheese in there.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if it gives
like
that same.
SpaghettiOs. This person says ketchup or fry sauce in your mac and cheese.
Ugh. It just.
I dip my nacho cheese Doritos in ketchup. Morning, Tara. Tara says ketchup on cornbread. Try it. I will say that for the longest time, I was a naysayer when it came to honey on corn dogs. And Chantel and I would fight about it.
All the time.
All the time. And I am a convert.
There you go.
Yes, I have gone to the dark side.
Thank you. Finally. Welcome.
So to Tara's point, maybe ketchup on cornbread is good?
Maybe. Yeah, that's the thing. I can't knock it till I try it because there's been a lot of things. Like when somebody first told me hot dogs and honey and corn dogs and honey, I was like, ugh, weird.
I know.
It's so good.
Morning, Brooke. Ketchup on fish sticks. You know, the problem is, Brooke, I'm not a fish sticks. Like, that's
I'm not a fish sticks person.
I know that's something you can buy and
My
eat.
kids dip everything in ketchup. Quesadillas in ketchup. Corn dogs in ketchup. Mozzarella cheese sticks in ketchup. Everything goes with ketchup.
Alexis says, I put ketchup on most of my meat, such as steak and chicken, but I don't put it on my cheeseburger. You got it backwards.
Oh, my God.
One of my cousins puts ketchup on their ice cream.
Ew.
Are they doing it just to make a point?
Like, just to be
just
funny.
to stand out?
Like,
yeah.
oh, it's so good. You want to be rich someday?
I would not turn it down.
I wouldn't turn it down, right? Well, unless you plan on winning the lottery. It's super tough.
Yeah.
But it's not really that complicated. Right.
Really?
Right. Okay. According to a YouTuber, he hands out financial advice on social media, and he's going viral over his very simple 3-step strategy for getting rich.
Oh, 3 steps. Okay, I got my pen.
I know. You ready?
Get ready, everyone. We're about to get rich.
Step 1.
Yes.
And he's going viral over this information. Spend less than you make.
Well, yeah, but where's the fun there?
Duh. Easier said than done
Come
when half of
on.
Americans are living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah. Things are, you know what? Honestly, going to the grocery store these days,
I know.
I'll buy 5 things. It'll be like one bag, and I'm like, how is this $100?
I know. He says buying stuff you don't need is the number one thing that prevents people from accumulating wealth. Well, I need everything I buy.
Preach.
Every purchase I make is a good purchase.
Right.
Step 2, work to earn more money. Wow. Okay.
Yes.
In
Thank
other
you.
words, don't get comfortable. But you can only cut your budget so much. Eventually, you're just going to have to earn more. So that means asking for a raise, finding a better job, adding a side hustle. So, John,
Yes.
I've been meaning to talk to you. Can I get a raise?
That's a great question. Let's put a pin in it for now.
Okay.
We'll discuss it later.
So step 2,
Yes.
so step 1, I'm not doing well at. Step 2.
You are doing part of step 2, though. You got side hustles going on left and right.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. Step 3, invest what you don't spend. Most people don't get rich by just saving every penny they earn.
Yeah.
You need to make the money work for you.
Right.
Yes, that's something that I did not learn until about a year ago.
Yeah, I do think that helps huge if you have extra money to invest. Not everyone does, though.
Right.
And I like to travel. So where does that fit
I
in?
know.
So here's my question.
Where does the living life
Yeah.
step happen?
I can put my money into some kind of investment that'll make more, or I can fly down to Vegas for the weekend
Right.
and hang out at one of their pools and
I
have
can
a
shoot
great
my
time.
shot. Maybe I gamble.
Listen.
Maybe I win.
YOLO. What am I supposed to do? I'm not planning for 20 years.
No.
I'm planning for tomorrow.
Right. I live for today.
I want to say hi to Lexi. Lexi from Skyline. I ran into her at Girls on the Run on Saturday. I was
Fun.
emceeing that event. Ella came with me, and she came up to say how much she loves listening to us. So.
I love when that happens in front of my kids.
Oh, I know. Same. I was like, see, Ella, your dad is cool to someone.
Boone asked me yesterday, because we were listening to Mix
Yeah.
in the car, and he goes, Mom, why are you famous?
Yeah.
And I was like, yes.
Greatest moment of your life right there.
I know. It's so short-lived.
I know.
But like, it's,
Take it and run.
I was loving it yesterday.
It's Manifest Monday, so what does that mean?
You've got a goal or something that you just need to come true this week, this month, this year. We want to help send good vibes your way. We're going to speak it out into the universe and
Yes, we
hopefully get some goodness coming towards you.
So it's really setting that goal, like Chantel said. It could be just for today or maybe for this week or this month. It's totally up to you how big you're dreaming right now. 844-649-1051. We started off, and then we'll take your text next.
All right, it's the first week of the summer schedule for
is it?
divorce, co-parenting,
Got
whatever.
it. Yes.
And last year, the first week of summer schedule, I did not, it was like my first time being away from my boys for that long.
Yeah.
And I didn't handle it necessarily very well. And then I also got in trouble. So last year, I went and met up with them for lunchtime.
Yeah.
And apparently that wasn't allowed, even though they weren't with their parent. So I didn't see it as an issue. It was a big issue that's still coming up. Anyway, this year it's the first week of parent summer schedule, and I'm hoping that I can handle it better than I did last year and also not get in trouble.
How long is it?
It's just a week.
It's a week on, week off. Is that how it
so
goes?
summer.
Got it.
It's so lame because during the year it's every other weekend, but then during the summer it's every other week.
Gotcha. That makes it difficult.
I know.
Yeah, when you're used to having the kids
Last
around
year I
every
got
day.
really depressed.
Yeah.
It was awful.
It's easy to do. So, the semester was hard for me that I just finished up with. I read a lot. I had to read over 100 pages every day,
Yeah.
and it was just a lot, adding on. So I had all these books that I've been wanting to read that I put off to the side. I'm like, as soon as school's out over summer, I'm going to catch up on some John books.
Yeah, like How to Be a Boss Babe.
Exactly, like that book.
Yeah.
And so they've all been sitting on the side of my bed, and I have not touched them.
Okay. We are, 2 weeks out of school? No, a month.
No, I'm a month out of school, and I've
Okay,
yet to touch
John.
these books. I've been fried, and I'm like, okay, that's enough, Watkins. Get off your lazy butt and start reading again.
So funny. I've read a book.
I know.
I don't read books.
Listen, it's me. I'm just like, ugh, and I look at them, and I'm like, I don't want to.
Yeah.
And I was excited when I bought all these books, and now I'm like, I don't want it. I'd rather scroll on Instagram.
You guys have so many books in your house?
Oh, yeah. I
It's
know.
impressive. When I walked in, I didn't realize people still owned libraries.
They're all my books. Do you like them?
Yes.
They're all leather bound.
Yeah, I noticed. Dusty, too.
Yeah, exactly. What about you? What's your goal? You could call us. You could text us. We love when you're a part of the show, but it's Manifest Monday. This text says, Manifest update. Ooh, we love when we get an update.
Yeah, we do.
I reached to 50 pounds lost. Dang.
Yes.
That's awesome. Good for you. That is dedication right there. I'm having surgery this Wednesday. I'm manifesting no problems like the last surgery. Yikes. I
Ugh.
hope that happens too for
Nobody
you.
wants recovery issues.
I've been doing keto for about a month, just barely bought new batteries for my scale, and now I can see that I'm losing about a pound a day.
Wow. Yeah, once you get to, ketosis?
Mm-hmm.
I've heard.
I know.
I've never been able to
Never
knock out
reached
that much sugar.
ketosis. Sending lots of positive vibes out there as I stick with it this time and start feeling so much better. I'm tired of being sick and tired.
Right.
Yeah, the problem is, like, when you do these things, when you're detoxing from all the junk you've been putting in your body, you
I
feel
know.
terrible, and you're like, wait a minute, I'm making the healthy choice.
I know.
Same way I feel about working out. It's like, wait, I'm working out and I feel this sore.
And I'm so sore.
Like,
It's
explain that
awful.
to me.
I know.
Manifest Monday. What's your goal for today, this week, this month, this year? But we're finishing up Manifest Monday, talking about your goals for today or this week. This text says, hashtag Manifest Monday, that I can survive this next month before my much long needed vacation in July. Lord help me.
A month-long vacation?
I think they mean they need to get through this month before they go on vacation next month.
Oh.
Like works hard or life
I
or
want to go
whatever
on
it
a
is.
month-long vacation, though.
Yes. I got
John,
a friend.
Can I go on a month-long vacation? No.
Could you afford a month-long vacation?
No.
Right? I have a friend. I follow her on social media. It's Jenny Hardman over at Fox News.
Yeah.
She just went to Paris for a week, and now I just saw she's in the Maldives.
Okay.
And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, how do people afford that?
That's what I want to know.
What am I doing wrong?
Right. Like, I'm so
Let me go back to my list earlier this morning. Those three simple steps, John. I think we know what we're doing wrong.
I anger scroll through her photos.
I'm just
It's like,
saying
this
right
is
now
ridiculous.
that she's spending more than she's making.
I
maybe not.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Are we on the wrong side of the industry?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely. We
All
know
right.
this.
This text, speaking of vacations, says that we can save enough money for a trip in August. I hear you. I'm more on that
Thank
side.
you. We
Yes.
can connect.
My kids had a terrible first week at summer camp. I'm manifesting it goes better this week. Love you, Jaden and Canyon. All right, Jaden and Canyon, I hope it does go better. Listen, it was the first week. You were still getting to know each
Yeah.
other. It was, this is the week where you
First
start
is
making
the worst.
friends.
Second is the best.
It's been really fun that my kids started summer camp last week, and Ella's learning all these like new card games and stuff.
Uh-huh.
So yesterday she was teaching us this card game called Garbage, and we were playing it outside.
so
and,
fun.
I mean, I'm like, I remember this as a kid. Like, it
Yes.
was cool. This text says that I get on the reality show that I just auditioned for, and then it says hashtag shh, hashtag NDA. So you must have signed something.
Yeah.
I feel like you can't say that to us, though, and give us more.
Wouldn't that? Oh man.
No, I want to know more. Last week of school, hoping to finish with straight A's. You got this. Yes, you
Yep,
do.
you can do it.
There you go. That's Manifest Monday.
Let's do it. Let's talk what's trending. I've got some crazy sports news that I feel like we're just not giving enough attention to.
Okay.
What I'm talking about is the Churchill Downs, which is the location of the Kentucky Derby. Churchill Downs is the track, like
Okay.
one of the biggest horse race tracks in the country. They have had 12 horses die in the past month.
I remember them talking about this year's races and at the actual Derby, like a bunch of horses.
2 or 3 horses died
Yeah.
at the Kentucky Derby. Anyway, they said in a statement on Friday that the spring meet is going to be moved to another Kentucky venue that they own because they need to do some safety protocol to figure out why these horses are dying. They've done probes on the track to, look at like the surface conditions.
Right.
There's been no red flags. So they're like, we don't know why these horses are dying, but there's no single factor that's been identified that can link to the fatalities. But the parent company, they want to suspend racing in order to see if their safety measures are working.
You got to do something.
That's crazy.
There's
12
been so
horses
many.
in a month?
There was an HBO show that I loved, and I can't think of the title of it, but Dustin Hoffman was the star, and it was about horse racing. Mm-hmm. And they ended up having, I think, 2 horses die on set. They stopped the entire production, and it was like HBO's. It was a big show for them, and they walked away from it. So
yeah, it's just, I mean, these race horses are like incredible
Yes,
athletes, and you were kind of saying off air, like, if an athlete dies in a sport, they like suspend everything.
Yep.
These horses are athletes.
Yep.
We've lost 12.
Yeah, and barely even talked about it.
Barely have talked about it. It's crazy. Taylor Swift announced the first dates of her International Eras Tour. They're going to be in Mexico, Argentina, and Brazil. They're going to start in August and run through November. And she's announced that her opener, her support, is going to be pop star Sabrina Carpenter.
So I'm shocked.
by this.
Yeah. But she's had really interesting openers the whole way through. I mean, Gracie Abrams was an opener for a lot of her first leg, and it's someone that not a lot of people know.
Right.
We play Gracie Abrams on our station, but, I mean, it's not really popular. And you brought up to me, and I didn't even realize it, Taylor Swift was friends with Olivia Rodrigo.
Right.
Olivia Rodrigo wrote all of her breakup songs
about Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah, she's the other woman back in with her.
Right.
Now it was a high school relationship.
We get that, but still, it was like a massive hit album. It's weird to me that Taylor Swift is supporting
Sabrina
the
Carpenter.
other woman.
Right. I know. I want to know what Olivia Rodrigo feels about that.
I know.
And now that's an opener you should have had.
Oh, I know, but we need another album.
Yeah.
Like
she can't go anywhere until she cuts another
what
album.
What is happening? Anyway, then also very exciting news. Amazon is in talks with the wireless carriers to start offering low-cost or possibly free nationwide mobile phone service to Prime subscribers. Yes, I am so here for this.
Do it. So the idea is they would use someone else's network, but you would just go through Prime.
Right. So they're negotiating with Verizon, T-Mobile, Dish to get the lowest price that then they can offer to Prime members with plans as low as $10 a month or possibly free, depending on how big of a Prime member you are.
Listen, they take all my money anyway.
Right.
So if this...
Let's just say, okay, Amazon owns everything.
Yep.
And then accept it.
Yep.
Let's go from there.
United States of Amazon. I believe that's what we are.
USA.
Bad first date? Getting ghosted? Stood up? Blocked again? Let Jon and Chantel help with their 7:30 second date update.
Gonna help out Chad from American Fork. Morning, Chad.
Good morning.
So tell us, how goes it? How is it with Nicole as of today?
Yeah, things are good, I thought. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. She hadn't messaged me back, and it's been over a week.
Okay, so just about 1 week, though. It's not been over a month or anything too extreme.
No.
Okay. Well, we start at the beginning kind of with the second date update. So how did the two of you meet?
On a dating app.
Yeah.
We're both very active and healthy, so she knew about this sort of off-the-radar workout spot. I say it's like a playground for grown-ups where you do pull-ups and crunches and stuff outside.
Okay, so like a CrossFit meets adult playground if you like that kind of active lifestyle.
Yeah, exactly. And I work out a lot, so I eat whatever I want.
Okay, cool. Did you guys eat after the workout?
We did, yeah. It got dark, so we went for dinner. But she really seems fun and very impulsive, so we ended up getting our desserts to go so we could go swimming.
Oh, where'd you go swimming at?
Well, she's friends with her super at her apartment building. So she has a key to the pool, and she can get in after hours. I mean, we had to be really quiet, but that was kind of the fun of it. It was kind of an adventure.
Oh, that is fun. That's kind of different at the end of the night. So was that the end? You said goodbye at the pool, or did you kind of
No. She invited me back to her place to take a shower and hang out.
All right, Chad, I see you. So how did you leave things at the end?
Well, I couldn't spend the night.
Okay.
I had family stuff the next day. So I told her I definitely wanted to see her again, and I thought she was into it.
Okay. Looking back now, I mean, obviously it was a long date from the workout to the grabbing a bite to the swimming and then to some smooching. Was there any moment that things fell apart? Any red flags?
And the only thing I can think of is that I told a joke that she didn't get, but it wasn't offensive or anything.
Okay, so it's not something where that alone would keep her from calling you.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I wouldn't think so.
Well, then let's get her number off air. Let's play a song and let's track her down.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Mix 1051. Good morning. Jon and Chantel with your second date update, helping out Chad. Chad and Nicole, they're into working out. That's what they did for the first date. Then they went out to dinner, grabbed desserts to go, went night swimming at her apartment, hooked up afterwards. Then Chad left. Since then, though, nothing. Chad has not heard back from Nicole. So, Chad, we're going to call up Nicole. Just listen in and, let's see what happens, okay?
Yeah, great.
Cool.
Hello?
Hey, is this Nicole?
This is Nicole who's calling?
Yes. Hi, Nicole. I'm actually calling from the apartment. I heard you went swimming after hours about a week ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. Hey, Nicole,
What's going on?
my name's John. Chantel's with me. The two of us, we do a morning radio show together here in Salt Lake on Mix 1051. And we were talking with Chad. He listens to our show, and he was telling us about your after-hours swimming adventure. That's all it was.
Okay.
Yeah, just messing with you.
Okay, what? Okay, I honestly thought I was getting busted, but
No.
I'm friends with my landlord. I don't know what's happening.
No,
okay.
So our show does something called the second date update, and we help out listeners who have gone out on dates and they just haven't heard back from the other person. And so that's why we were talking to Chad. I mean, didn't you have a good time? That's what we heard. It was a good date.
Yeah, it was a totally, awesome date up until the end.
What happened at the end?
I'll say, we connected instantly, and we had a great time, and so much fun that I actually invited him over to my building to swim,
Right.
because I can. And we had, a lot of fun, and things kind of progressed. We, had a lot of fun in the shower and had even more fun on the couch.
Okay.
And then he just up and left.
Yeah, I heard that he had something the next day, like some family stuff. We were talking about that.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, my favorite thing is cuddling, and the closest that he came to cuddling was just like this real fast kiss goodbye. So I'm over him.
Okay.
Yeah, I just didn't want to take off at 6 a.m. and go home and then drive to my sister's place 3 hours away.
Hello?
So, yeah, hey. Yeah, Nicole, that's Chad. He's been listening into our conversation.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
Look, it was easier to go home and crash for a while before I had to go meet my baby niece.
Dude, you checked your watch and then shot up and left like a rocket. I mean, I just assumed that you had a wife or a girlfriend at home who was going to let you have it.
No,
But-
I'm definitely single, but I don't know. This just seems like a misunderstanding. Can't we give this another shot?
Unfortunately, the magic is gone for me, and I've already moved on. And actually, I've met somebody else who is a cuddler, and I'm excited to see where this goes because he's a championship cuddler. So that's my love language. I love cuddling. So
last week we were playing the game where I was grabbing some audio clips, and you're trying to guess the year.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Yep.
I came up with this other idea. I'm calling it Monday's Top 5. I don't know why. I grabbed the top 5 pop songs from a certain year.
Okay.
But only one of them actually went to number 1. Okay? So I grabbed 1990. I'm going to play for you 5 different hooks, 5 different clips of songs. And then I want you to guess to me which song was actually number 1 back in 1990. Okay? I know it's a little before, so it's a little outside of your wheelhouse. But these are bangers. For example, Poison.
That girl is poison.
I love this song.
Never trust a big button to smile. That girl is poison.
Okay. That's your first song. Next up, It Must Have Been Love.
It must have been love, but it's over now. It must have been good.
I used to dance to this in middle school. Little slow dance, hands on the waist,
Oh, yeah.
12 inches apart, of course. Leave some room for the Holy Spirit.
Yes, of course,
You
of
get
course.
it. The next song, how about Hold On by Wilson Phillips?
Someday somebody's gonna make you wanna turn around and say goodbye. Until then, baby, are you gonna let him hold you down and make you
I just think of
cry?
Bridesmaids.
Don't you know, things will change, things will go your way if you hold
Or was the number one song Vogue by Madonna?
Oh. This is hard.
Yeah. Or was it Nothing Compares to You by Sinead O'Connor?
Nothing can take away this blues, 'cause nothing compares to you.
I feel like you want me to believe it's Madonna because she's the biggest of those acts.
Yeah. Again, your choices. Poison, Belle Biv DeVoe. It Must Have Been Love by Roxette. Hold On by Wilson Phillips. Vogue by Madonna. Nothing Compares to You, Sinead O'Connor. 1990. Which one was number one?
I feel like you're trying to trick me and
Wow.
say that it's Madonna
Interesting. Why do you think that?
because you're tricky.
I am sneaky.
So I'm going to go Hold On.
Hold On by Wilson Phillips. You're
Yep.
saying out of those 5 songs, the number one song was this one?
Someday somebody's gonna make you wanna turn around and say goodbye. Until then, baby, are you gonna let him hold you down and make you
Final answer?
That's my final answer. I
Going
don't.
with it, huh?
fix your change?
Hold On by Wilson Phillips
Your whole
was the number one song.
Yes!
You're absolutely correct.
I knew it.
I thought I had you.
Nope.
Oh, good job there. I got a text, since it is Manifest Monday. Text saying, continuing my streak for favorite brother-in-law by helping sister-in-law with a flat on the freeway. I'm manifesting that I'll be able to go back to sleep, and then I'll get a job offer this week, so I'll no longer be the guy people call to help fix flats on I-15. That's awesome. People on social media, they're talking about things that were normal 20 to 30 years ago, so 90s, but are considered a luxury now. And I
Okay.
thought it was kind of interesting. For example, like new furniture made out of real wood. That was just something that was normal 20 to 30
Right.
years ago. Now,
If you have real wood furniture,
Oh.
it's like, holy cow.
right, like
I
you must
know.
be doing well.
Like my kitchen table is real wood. I had a friend build it.
Yeah.
It's like absolutely beautiful.
Yeah,
But sometimes I'm like, oh, I just want that Pottery Barn table. But then I go, oh,
yeah,
it's like
I know.
faux wood.
Concert tickets. It was normal 20, 30 years ago. Now it's so expensive
It's so
to go to a
expensive, I know.
concert. Also, there was something to it when you had to wait in line.
I know. It was like the true fans.
You earned that ticket. Now, like for my Aerosmith tickets, I just put in my email.
I know.
And I got in the Ticketmaster line, and they emailed me when it was time for me to give them my money. I'm like, here you
Right.
go. Take my money. Good quality fabric in clothing
So true.
or household products that don't break within the first years of use.
Right. Like think about furniture. Like furniture used to be built to last. Now furniture is disposable.
Which is insane because it's
Because it's
expensive.
more expensive.
I love this one because meals on domestic flights. There was a time when we would get on an airplane and you would just get food.
I
Like that
know.
was- and
Now it's like you get one snack. Do you want the Biscoff cookies?
Right.
Or the Kind bar?
And if I want to buy something, I'm going to give you $12 for a box of not great food.
Right.
It's got some crackers and some bad brie.
Ugh,
It's annoying.
some bad brie.
Again, normal 30 years ago, not so normal now. Privacy, like, quote, being able to let loose and have a good time without the risk of it being recorded and popping up on social media.
Yeah.
Like, you just want to dance at the club. You don't need the dancing to show up on someone's Instagram account of you doing a bad job.
Mm-hmm.
Calling a company and getting a person on the other end of the phone.
Right. It is such a luxury. Like when somebody answers the phone, like a customer service, and
Yeah.
it's a real human, I'm pleasantly surprised.
I don't know what it is, but somehow the AI voice does not recognize my voice. Maybe it's because I stutter a lot or something. It's always asking me to repeat. It sends me to the wrong places constantly. And then
that's so
I am
funny.
fired up.
Yeah.
As operator, just let me talk to someone.
Representative.
It's the worst. Boredom. Nowadays, there's always something to take your attention.
Right.
I feel that way with my kids this summer. I'm like, it's okay to be bored. It's good to be bored.
It's good to be bored.
It's use that old imagination thing. You'll be fine. Yeah. Makeout Monday.
Oh, yeah.
Time for your pickup line at 9. Listen, if it didn't go well this weekend, try this pickup line. Maybe it'll work for you. Maybe it'll lock it down. Hey, girl.
Hey.
Your beauty is so blinding. You should be Ray-Banned.
That's funny.
I kind of like that
I like
one.
that for summer.
All right, it's perfect. Hey, yesterday was Pride, the big Pride Parade downtown
I know,
Salt
it's
Lake
so fun.
City. I took Ella, and she and I walked in it with the mixed van, and of course, everyone over at Broadway Media. Kind of interesting. Big Buddha.
Yes.
You know him from years from TV. He actually does mornings now on our sister station, 92.5 The Beat.
Yep.
And he and I hang out a lot after the show these days. Really have become friends, and it's been really fun.
Uh-huh.
So we walked together. Well, he sat in the truck, and I walked behind him.
Right.
Through the parade. And then Ella was on a scooter, and there was other people there as well. But,
Yeah.
let me tell you what's humbling, Chantel.
Huh.
Every 3 steps, someone yelling, "Oh, that's Big Buddha," and cheering for him for an entire hour and a half.
And you were just a
parade.
walker.
And I was just a
They
walker.
thought you were just a
Yes.
volunteer walker.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Not one. At the end, my daughter Ella goes, "Not one person recognized you." I'm like, I know that, Ella. I know that. But I had people like running through the crowd to try to get a high five from Buddha.
Oh, my gosh.
Buddha,
Well,
we
he's
love
in the back
you.
of the truck.
Big Buddha, we love you. The whole time.
You know what's great?
Huh.
I wonder what would have happened if I was there.
Then it would have been Big Buddha and Chantel. We love you. I still would have been
But maybe people would have recognized you with us
thanks
together.
to you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always the bridesmaid. I'm never the bride.
Okay, so when you do something embarrassing, who's the first person you tell?
Brad?
Probably you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there was a poll done on the minor mishaps that we do in life. And this is my favorite.
Okay.
Because I actually experienced some of this over the weekend. Following your GPS and realizing that you've punched in the wrong location. I did that a few weeks ago.
Did you?
Uh-huh.
That's awesome.
Accidentally blasting music because your headphones weren't paired.
Oh.
No, I know.
I've done that.
Really?
Yeah. My kids always take my AirPods, and then so I lose the connection, and it takes me forever to realize I'm not connected.
That's so
Yeah,
funny.
I just think it's my hearing going out.
Sitting on the remote and changing the channel.
Constantly. There's a fight in my house. I'm like, Liam, put the remote over there because you keep leaning on it, or the dog
know.
jumps on the couch and changes the channel.
Being a no-show for something because you forgot you made plans. Constantly.
Oh, that is what we call a Chantel Lauren.
That's a Chantel special.
Mm-hmm.
Forgetting to cancel a subscription you never use, and it keeps renewing.
Yeah, sure.
Constantly. That's how America runs.
I just got a calendar alert to cancel a subscription because it's been the
Nice.
year.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I got to make sure I do that as soon as the show's over.
So funny.
Yeah.
Your phone going off in a place where it should be silent.
I don't have that problem. Do you?
Not really anymore, but I remember like in the beginning of people carrying phones.
yeah.
They were forgetting
Constantly.
there all the
Movie
time.
theaters.
It's kind of like in the beginning of Zoom, people were forgetting to mute.
Yeah. My phone's never on. Like, it's on vibrate or.
I have my phone on silent during the show, and then I just always forget to turn it back
Right.
on. Right. Trying to unlock your car, realizing it's not your car.
I do this more than I care to admit to you. Like, sometimes, I'll tell you one story. I'm at this place, I'm coming out of Harmon's or Smith's or somewhere, and I see my car, and I'm like trying to get it. I'm like, it's not. And I know my battery on my keys kind of like
Right, it
low,
goes
and I'm
in
like,
and out
oh,
sometimes.
maybe it's out. And then I'm looking inside, I'm like, why do I have a car seat in the back of my car? But here's the sad thing, I didn't stop there. I was like, oh, that's weird. And then I was like really shaking the handle, thinking like it was still my car.
Oh my gosh. Laundry mistakes, like shrinking stuff, turning it a different color.
Constantly.
Yeah, I suicide wash everything. Getting on the wrong train or bus. I don't do that. I don't ride the train or bus, but I do know people do that.
I'm very neurotic because I'm so afraid. That seems like something I would do. So when we
Right.
take like Blue Line, I'm
Yeah,
watching
there's
it.
times I've been in New York on the subway and I've just sat down and I just rode past my stop.
Sure, I can see you doing that.
I get into my phone, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then my favorite, or a few, saying hi to someone you thought you knew, but they were a total stranger. Constantly.
Daily.
I'd be like, oh, hey!
I wave to people.
Never mind. I wave.
All the time.
I say
Yeah.
hi. I introduce myself. And then
Same.
when I realize, oh, hey, I don't actually know you, but I'm Chantel. It's so nice to meet you. Well, have a great rest of your day.
Just making friends.
And then texting someone and realizing that that was the wrong person.
I do that too.
I hate that. I do it all the time.
I did that Saturday.
Very embarrassing.
It is. Before we go.
Things that make you,
Things that make you go.
things that make you go.
We got to leave you with a fun fact, of course. Did you know that George Lucas, you know who George Lucas
Yeah,
is, right?
Star Wars.
Yeah. He didn't win any Oscars for Star Wars. But his ex-wife did.
Ha!
Marsha Lucas won the Oscar for Best Film Editing for Star Wars back in 78. And then she and George got divorced in 83.
That's funny.
It reminds me of James Cameron was up for an Academy Award for, I believe it wasn't Titanic. Must have been Avatar.
Okay.
And he lost to the director of The Hurt Locker, who happened to be his ex-wife. He lost the Best Director award to his ex-wife.
That's incredible.
Uh-huh.
You know what that's called? Karma.
I knew you would like that story. All right, that does it for us. Chantel, have yourself a good Monday.
Hey, you too.